others will undoubtedly be joining us in just a couple of minutes. So let's begin, and I'm going to call the Birmingham Rotary Weekly meeting for June 8th, 2020 via Zoom to order. I'm John Schroep, President, and I welcome everyone today. We are still, I think, under the euphoria of our weather and enjoying that very much. As we do, we begin honoring our wonderful country, and Bill Roy, I'll lead in the Pledge of Allegiance, and then if I could alert you to the song America the Beautiful to follow, we'll do that. So perhaps we could together say the Pledge of Allegiance as follows. Okay. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And then we'll mute now and let Bill Roy lead us in America the Beautiful. Bill.
Thanks, John. Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountains' majesties above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed his grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea.
Thank you, Bill. Appreciate that. And now, if you'd like, we can unmute and we'll say the four-way test. First, is it the truth? Second, is it fair to all concerned? Third, will it build goodwill and better relationships? Four, will it be beneficial to all concerned? Well, George Stern, our esteemed inspirationist, would you please provide us with an invocation?
Certainly, President John. On Saturday, I attended, albeit via Zoom, the bar mitzvah of a grandson. I was thrilled by the experience of generations of family and friends celebrating the gift of a moral life through religion. This experience was particularly poignant to me this week because while the entire world protested the violation of God's commandment, thou shalt not kill, anarchists used the protest as cover to promote their goal to eliminate all law from the world, both legal and moral. Anarchists sought to defund the police and to desecrate and destroy religious sites. In Washington, D.C., the Venerable St. John's Episcopal Church was torched. And in Los Angeles, Kristallnacht was reenacted as 5 synagogues and 3 Jewish day schools were set aflame. As Mordecai said to Esther, if you remain silent now, you and your father's house will perish. So let each of us take our prayer books and stand in front of every church, synagogue, mosque, and temple and declare, as did those entering the crematoriums of Auschwitz, Bergen-Belsen, and Theresienstadt, Baruch Adonai Habarak Le'olam Voed, praise be the Lord, now and forever. Amen.
Amen. Thank you very much, George. Very important words, and appreciate your insight on that. Well, we have a couple of guests today, special persons, ladies who have had relationships with our organization. And Lou, you're going to be our speaker today, so we'll introduce you a little later and give you an opportunity to speak. But I also note that we have Shirley Bryant on this call. Shirley, how are you?
I'm great. Good to hear from all of you.
Yes. Do you have any words of inspiration or want to tell us a little bit about what's going on with you? We miss you very much.
Oh, I miss you all too. I'm still struggling with my mobility issues. That's pretty much what's keeping me home.
Okay.
Other than that, I look forward to hearing how Lou's doing.
Oh, wonderful. Well, great, Shirley. Well, nice to see you.
Good to see you all.
Good, glad to see your spirits there, Shirley.
Absolutely. Any other guests? No? All right. Then I want to have all of us wish happy birthday to Larry Sherman. June 13th is his birthday, and Franny Greenenbaum, June 14th. Both, I think, 29 years old, but it could be a typo. So we'll see. And neither one of our birthday persons are on right now, so we'll reserve, I think, singing until we can get them on. But Reagan, let me ask you this though: you do video these meetings?
I
Don't
do.
you record them?
Yep.
And I guess as they may view them, why don't we do a quick happy birthday to Larry and Franny, everyone? So I can lead that and do it. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, dear
Larry and
Franny and Larry.
Happy
Happy birthday to you.
Oh, great. Well, thank you. And I'm going to contact Franny, and because we haven't heard from her in a while, and see how she is in fact doing. George, thank you for your invocation. Jeff Buhner, you're on with us, and you're the bulletin editor today. And Chris McLogan, thank you. You're going to be our host to the speaker. And then Pete Career, is Pete, I didn't see Pete on today. Am I missing him, Reagan?
No, he's not on.
Is Pete on?
No.
He's not on. Okay. He was going to provide us with a little Rotary update, but perhaps we'll reserve that to another meeting. Last week I mentioned that there's a question of the week that I wanted everyone to consider, and we'll come back to it. But you can think of it as this meeting goes on, and that question of the week is: if you were made president of the world, what would you do first? So think about that, and maybe we'll have some responses. Linda Hatfield, is anything that you may want to tell us in the membership area?
I do. Rotary International, I received an email through Rotary International because somebody put in that they are interested in Rotary, and it just so happens that they are from Beverly Hills, Michigan. So I jumped on it, and they are retired from, he was a consultant, retired executive with Connected Business Innovations. So I immediately sent him an email, and he replied right back. He said he cannot make today's virtual meeting, but he will be joining us next Monday.
Oh, wonderful.
Yep. So I have it here to keep in touch with them. So as soon as we get the Zoom information for next week, I'll send it to them, and I'll keep in contact with them.
Okay. Well, excellent. Well, thank you. Brian Frank. Brian, how are you?
Hey, John. Hello.
Hi. How about an update if there's anything happening with the endowment fund, and what you're involved in. I know you wanted to mention that there is a deadline on certain reports.
Maybe you can put your axe down and stop chopping wood for a while.
Yeah, so the endowment board met a week and a half ago, and we approved a grant for Micah 6. So Micah 6, that was, I believe his name is Joaquin. He came and talked to us about a garden program in Pontiac. So we chose to support that. So we're giving them $3,000. And then we also amended the bylaws ever so slightly for the endowment board, and those will be available on the club's website shortly. And that's it. The next deadline is October 15th, and we're working on getting district grants with the district. So, yeah, thank you.
Excellent. I know you're working on the Rotary District grant reports that are due on the 15th of June.
Yeah, they're the 30th now, but yes,
30th.
they're at the top of my list.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, great, Brian. Well, thank you for
Thank you.
everything you and the endowment board does. Reagan, is there any type of update from you as treasurer?
Just that I'm literally, as we're talking, working on getting invoices out. Like I stated last week, we're going to be doing a rebate for the lunches that we were not able to have this year. And you can choose to either take that rebate off of your total to send in your dues for next year, or you can send in the full amount and we will donate that portion to your choice of either the annual fund, Polio Plus, or to the endowment. So we will not be keeping that portion in the club. We'll be sending that to the charity within Rotary of your choice, regardless. So I'm hopefully getting those out this week, and then I'll be making phone calls to everybody. I'm going to try to get them printed off and in the mail as well, for those people who don't do email so well. And hopefully we'll get that all updated before the end of the month. So, yep.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Talking about money, I sent out last week a request for contributions to the Rotary Annual Fund and Polio Plus. And so while our club would get recognition if there is contribution between the dates of June 8th, today, and the 17th, at the same time, our club is behind last year's contributions relative to Polio Plus. So please consider making a contribution this week to the annual fund and Polio Plus. One person that's really making a contribution to our club and to Hope Warming Center is Carol Peterson. And Carol, Bill Roy shared with me your activity with Hope. And
Yes.
I would ask that if you could tell us and share with us what you've been up to.
Well, Bill said that they had some needs for snack food for people staying in the motels. So I called them on Friday, and the people from the motels were coming back to the shelter. They were moving back in the shelter on Friday. So they updated their needs to breakfast food, cereals, and peanut butter and jelly, and they asked for individual packets of salt and pepper. So Friday I went to Costco and bought several boxes. You know how they have the double boxes. I bought several boxes, I think 2 each of Cheerios, Honey Nut Cheerios, Frosted Flakes, and Raisin Bran. Hopefully that gave them a kind of a variety of cereal for the morning, and peanut butter and jelly. And I went to Gordon's to get the jelly and the salt and pepper packets, and took it up to the shelter and gave it to them. They picked it up out in the parking lot and went in, and I went home.
Yeah. Well, that's wonderful. And since then you've headed up north.
And then
I-
since then, yeah, on Saturday, I headed up north to help my mom,
where you are now.
where I am now.
All right. Well, wonderful. Well, thank you. Bill Roy, do you have anything more about Hope? This
Yes.
would have been, sure.
Yeah, thanks, John. I got an email from Elizabeth Kelly the other day, and she had a really a great story about some of the guests that were in the motels, and one of the motels was shut down by the fire marshal. Just horrible thing, and so they had to move the guests out of there back to Hope, and they were wondering how to do it, and they ended up calling Lyft, and things were not working out too well for them. And and the guests at Hope, we've all worked there, tend to get really kind of paranoid. They're homeless, and they have this idea that of impending doom. So the people were getting really mad and starting to act out a little bit. And the Oakland County sheriffs came over, and rather than kneeling on their neck, they brought them a bucket of Kentucky Fried Chicken. And this just cured the whole thing. I mean, the people that were involved were just thrilled about it. Everything was back to normal, and but she did ask if anybody has any alcohol. That's one thing that they need for their cleaning supplies. So if anybody knows where you can find some, there's always empty shelves wherever I go. But if anybody runs into any, if you could pick some up for Hope Warming Center, that would be wonderful. That's a need that they have right now. So if anybody has a chance, please pick it up, and we'll get it over to them. Thanks.
All right, Bill. Thank you very much. Another shout out to Reagan and to Brian Frank and others who participated in the June 4th virtual happy hour. Those are a lot of fun. Dave Underdown, I know you enjoy those very much, and never miss one. So that's wonderful. And our next one is June 18th at 5:30 again on Zoom. The day prior, June 17th, there will be a Birmingham Rotary Club Board of Directors meeting, and it will be virtual. I'll send out a notice of that. I wanted everyone to be aware as well that there is going to be a Rotary convention this year. It's the 2020 Rotary Virtual Convention. It's free. It's during the period June 20th through 26th. So be aware of that. And then Bill Roy and John Westerheide have been working and have scheduled a Birmingham Rotary Club year-end party for June 29th at the Rotary Pavilion at Springdale Golf Course. And so, John, I don't think you're on it, or are you? Do we see John on? If not,
I don't see John on.
I don't see it. Bill, do you have anything more to comment on that? Go ahead.
Yeah, thanks. We, it was an idea that somebody had when I was at Pets, and they were talking about having an outdoor meeting, and I said, we built that pavilion over at Springdale. Why couldn't we have the outdoor meeting? And we really want to have John, a year-end party for John. So that just seemed to be the right way to do it. The governor lifted the restrictions, and we have a contact over in City Hall. So Joe Valentine had us the pavilion within half an hour. And so we're all going to go out there. We're going to, plan it so that we can social distance. We can do it without placing anybody at risk. We'll do everything we can. And, so it's in a pavilion, so rain or shine will be protected. So, that's going to be a great party. So everybody, let's go out and have a real meeting. So thanks.
Good. Thanks, Bill. Yeah, that should be a lot of fun. And so more details to follow for everyone. And it should be a great opportunity for all of us to get together and see one another at a social distance. Are there any other committee chairs or others that have any updates before we get to that question of the week? Oh, yes, Bill.
Yeah, I just wanted to talk to, I think Betsy's on the call here, and Reagan. Did Betsy go? Oh, Betsy's here. Are we? Betsy wanted to set up a meeting for 11:30 on Wednesday to go over the incoming secretary's duties. Can we set that up, Reagan? And Betsy, are you still on for that?
That time's still fine, yep.
Yeah, that should be fine.
Okay, can you set that up as a Zoom meeting, Reagan?
Yeah, 11:30 on Wednesday.
All right, and then we'll get in touch with Andy and let her know we're having that meeting. So,
okay.
Your officers for next year are getting ready, everybody.
Well, that's wonderful. And let me mention too, Bill, that when we meet virtually on the 17th at our last board meeting for this year, that Mark Cooper and also Vic are invited, Vic Pooler, to participate in that meeting. George, you're of course invited, but you are you've been reelected, so you'll of course be there.
I will.
Good. Wonderful. Well, you contribute so much to those meetings with your historical perspective as well, so thank you. Question of the week: if you were made president of the world, what would you do first? If you have any thoughts on that, just speak out. Anyone?
Does getting rid of all the lawyers count?
George, be careful. Remember, as I always tell you, I don't get mad, just even.
Yeah.
Okay. But you know what? If I were the president of anything, including the entire world, the first thing I would do was work to bring everyone together, working together, and reach out to the best and brightest, so that in fact we were surrounded by those most capable of driving us in that direction.
Well, yeah, very, very well said. Anyone else?
I would turn my attention to climate change, because that's the thing that's going to affect us all. Many more of these storms inundating coastal areas and everything, and we're going to be in real trouble. We got to get the temperature down. So that's what I would do.
All right.
I'll second that one. I don't think anybody wants that job. That's the problem that you're having, John.
Yes, yes. I guess I would probably drop down to my knees and pray. I don't know. These are difficult times. Okay. Well, good. Well, some sage advice there. So I've been very anxious to meet you, Lou. do not recall you being an exchange student back then. That's when I first started in Rotary, I believe. So I want to move to you, as I know everyone is anxious to see you and hear from you. So our immediate past president, Chris McLogan, would you please introduce our speaker? And for those of you who weren't on, Chris, you might want to tell us what you were up to again this weekend.
Oh, yes. For a few of you who have joined us late, my oldest daughter was married on Saturday, so that was a wonderful weekend. Much smaller event than originally planned, but one of 5 daughters down, 4 more to go. So,
$5. Ooh.
anyway, Lou, I know, same thing. I know I met you briefly, but it was a long, long time ago, and probably around the time that I had joined the club as well, but never really got to know you, but heard such great stories, and I'm so glad that you're here. And for everyone, Lou was a exchange student in 2000, and Birmingham Rotary Exchange student in 2008 and 9, and right now she is a lawyer and has opened her own firm and is also Rotarian, and will let us know about the program that she works with that serves the poor in the streets of Brazil and everything that's going on with you, Lou. So I know everyone that's on can't wait to get an update, and welcome to Birmingham Rotary. And I'm sorry it's not in person, but great to have you here today.
Thank you. Well, who doesn't know me, my name is Luciana. I'm from Brazil, and I was exchange student 10 years ago. First of all, sorry about my voice, but here in my city, it's so cold and I got sick. And sorry about my English too, because I haven't spoken English for a long time. My exchange year was amazing for me. I loved everything. I loved the school, I loved my host families, my friends, and I loved the culture too. After that, I come back to USA 4 years ago to see my host family and my friends. It was great. It was great to see everybody and everything. About my host family, I got 3 host families. I don't have contact anymore with the McClary's family. I think he's not Rotary anymore. I don't have contact with the Greens. Sometimes I text them, Alicia, but they don't text me anymore. And I still have contact with the best mom ever, Betsy Rich. I still have contact with her. And I got another mom too, Wendy. I didn't have an opportunity to live with her, but she's still my mom and I love her so much. And thank you, Wendy, for inviting me. And about now, everything is great here. I'm 29 years old. I have my own firm. I'm a criminal lawyer. I got 5 years to get my lawyer's license, and I got 2 years to be a teacher, a law teacher. Now I have 3 classes on the university of my state. I'm a criminal law teacher, and I really like what I do. I'm a member of the Rotary right now. My dad, he will be the next government of Rotary in my state, and we are very excited about it. 2 years, I think 2024, I will be the president of my Rotary. I'm excited. I'm living by myself. My house is close to my parents. Let me see. I still with my project to help people who live in the street, and me and my friends. Every week we go to the street and we give food for them. I started this project, I think, probably 7 years ago. It's amazing. It's very fun what I do. And now everything is closed here because the virus. The stores are closed, the company are closed, shopping malls, they are closed. Everybody, most of people here, they are losing his jobs. Everybody's like sick and getting sick. The government here in my state, they are not good about the corona. They just don't care about it. And we are just praying and praying for the people. They can have to help them. We cannot get it to help. We can because we cannot go out of home. We are home right now, and the government, they just don't care. The hospital, they are like full, and then can then bring another people anymore to the hospital. This is very sad, but I have hopeful to be a good day for the next days. And I'm looking forward to come to Michigan again to see everybody. And I went there the first time 10 years ago, and I still sing my favorite song, that God Bless America, my home sweet home. I miss so much Bob singing this song. I miss Joe and John Mucha. And the other people I don't remember a lot. And I miss my favorite president, Shirley. I miss you so much.
Miss you too, Lou.
Miss you, Mom, and everybody. Thank you for the opportunity to see me, to listen to me. And I'll be always here for everybody, for you. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you, Lou. It's wonderful to get to know you, and I know that we have a lot of questions for you. So let's begin with someone. Nobody has their hand up, but I know that you mentioned John Mucha. Now he's a lawyer, and in spite of knowing John, you still went forward and became a lawyer. I don't understand that, but nonetheless. So, any questions for Lou?
What city are you in?
My city is Belo Horizonte. It's the capital of my state, Minas Gerais. It's like
where is that
5 hours of São Paulo driving.
Oh, okay. In Brazil?
Yeah, it's in Brazil.
Yeah.
And how large of a city is that?
What?
How large? How big?
Oh, it's probably 3 million of people. It's a big city.
That's a big city.
Yeah, it is a big city.
Lou, are you still able to do your food project with the virus, or is it on hold now?
Not right now. We stopped it for a month because we cannot go out to help. Then I have to stay home.
Who pays for the food that you distribute?
Me and my friends. We use Facebook and Instagram to ask people help, and we do the food at my house. And then after we do the food, we are go out and give them the food. It's probably 1,000 of people live in the street.
Really?
Yeah, it's very sad.
Well, maybe we could figure out some way to help you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Lou, can you share some of the pictures from your computer of you out on the streets working? I know you've sent me some pictures. Is that something? You know how to share your screen?
Yeah, sure. Let me see. I have a lot of pictures.
And I believe, Lou, weren't you the youngest attorney to be ever, weren't you the first woman young attorney in your state? Weren't you the youngest woman to ever become an
Yeah.
attorney in your state?
Exactly, yeah. I'm the
Unbelievable.
first younger and woman.
How do the other lawyers treat you? Are you being treated equally?
Not really. Not because I'm young, and I have I have students more age than me. Like I'm 29, and I give classes, and I have students for 31, 32, or 40. They don't respect me too much, and the another old lawyers too. No, they just look at me and see like I'm a young woman, and they doesn't listen to me too much. But that's that's okay. I just need to show what I have to do and what I do, and they just stop to think what they start to think. Let me. I'm trying to see the picture of what I sent to Wendy, but
Good for you to be brave.
yeah. But I'm still brave. I'm still strong. I really don't care about it, about what people think about me.
I think you inherited a little bit of Shirley Bryant.
This is can
Luciana.
everybody see? This is me, and that's a guy. He's living the street, and he was cold, and I was given a blanket with him.
Beautiful.
It's very sad, but I love do this. I just love it, and I'm never being tired about it. Every time I do this, I want more. And my parents, they help me a lot. I have a sister, and my parents, they help me a lot of. And the Rotary here, they help me too about the things I do with the poor people. They helped me a lot.
Hey Lou, what's your Instagram?
My Instagram is Luciana, Luciana, Guimarães, Guimarães. Oh my God, it's so hard to think like that.
It's just so hard. I was on there trying to find you, and it was your name is like Bob Smith out there for some reason.
I'm going to write for you because it's hard to think about.
I will look you up. I'll look you up, and then we can share things about your project on our Facebook page so that we can spread it a little further.
Oh, it will be great. I just sent to you in the. Did you see?
Let's see. No, I didn't.
Oh no, let me.
Mine's Reagan Gilshaw. I think. Well, let me see what my tag is.
You can just send it as a chat message.
I
Chat
think
message?
I sent to other one. I don't know who. Oh.
I gotcha.
So
Luciana, what kind of clients do you handle, and how do you find them?
I have teachers. I had one teacher. I had 7 years ago. I wasn't a lawyer. I was only a student, and I worked for them for like 3 years. I worked for my teacher, and they make my name. He is a big lawyer at my state, and he just the small client he doesn't want anymore because he doesn't have a time. He give to me, And the clients I work, it's for criminal law, for criminal. It's more of traffic of drugs here. They have like they need some lawyer, and all the lawyers, they don't want this kind of clients. And for me, they are like the big clients for two reasons. They pay good, and they give me some people to I can help. They know poor people, and they just send me, when can I help, what can I do, and then for me it's great.
Most of them are accused of selling drugs.
Yeah, all the selling drugs. There are this type of client.
I didn't understand who pays, because the people are poor. So who is it that pays the fee?
The traffic, they pay because they have a lot of money. They really pay. But they know people, they know poor people, but they are not poor people. They know other poor people. Can I help them?
Dr. Duca.
I had a comment. I must tell you, I just got back from Brazil on March 5th.
Really?
And, you know, our guide was Vinny. We cannot get hold of him. We all 4 couples are here. We try to find him. He has a lot of family in Brazil. And this guy, believe it or not, he was with us like 20 days. He took care of us more than his own family will ever do. Started from Chile, Argentina, and Brazil. Let me tell you one thing I can tell you, Brazil, being there for 4 days and learning from this guide, most wonderful people. And I grew up in a Christian hospital, so I know we went there, we prayed, we're still praying for you. Just like bring tears, what's happening now. There was a first case in Brazil on March 1st.
Wow.
We are
and do you speak Portuguese?
Yeah, yeah, he speaks both languages, Portuguese, English, and this guy, our guide, Vinny.
Oh, okay.
He's Italian, and we are so much worried about his family. My question, how to send money to your Rotary Club? Maybe that will, I'll feel better if I can send some money to your Rotary Club.
Well, my Rotary Club, he's a huge Rotary Club, and he's very huge. I don't know exactly how many members, and I can tell you that my Rotary now, they are like strong, they are great, but we have in Brazil, not in my city, but in another cities, some Rotary who needs help, who needs money, because
of course, you can see.
But at my city, we are doing such a great job here, and I'm glad to be here, to be helping.
I'm with Rotary for the last 36 years, and let me tell you about the lawyers. Most people may not realize that law is a very noble profession. I learned more. I have 2 boys who are lawyers, and one's a doctor. So wherever lawyers are, they're good lawyers, and it's a very noble profession. So keep doing what you're doing, and we are praying for you.
Thank you.
They're
so
very
much.
strong people. Brazilians are very strong people, I can tell you. I mean, they will come out of it. Even though the government is, you know, we listen by the government, but we're all praying for you. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
coming on the TV.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Lou?
Yes.
Do you have a way for us, if people wanted to make contributions to your charity for the street mission?
What?
Do you have, how could the Americans send money to you? Do you have an account at your dad's bank that we could send money to? Or can you talk to your dad about how we can set up a place to send money to you?
I can talk with him, but I think he will prefer send money to our Rotary than to send it direct from me.
Okay.
Like I can give you a Rotary account, not my account or my dad's account. It's Rotary account. It's better.
Is your Rotary account at your dad's bank?
No, it's not. I don't know what bank did Rotary. I
Okay.
have to look. I will look and I will tell you.
But it will be safe to send the money to it.
Yeah, it is. You'll be safe, and
Okay.
I will show you what I will do with the money. I will make a video.
Hey, Lou, it's Joe. What I
Hi,
want to
Joe.
know is, are you still playing soccer?
Yes. Not right now because we cannot go home, but I still play soccer.
Well,
And you?
you'll be happy to know that the Weezers and Geezers are still going strong.
Really?
10 years later, we still play every week.
That's so awesome.
We're not playing now because of the disease, but so the next time you make it back into Michigan, if you want to guest play on our team,
Of course.
you're more than welcome to.
Thank you so much.
The
How's your
ringer.
family?
But she's not a Weezer or a Geezer.
That's right.
Well, she was our adopted daughter. So when Lou was an exchange student, she played a few times with our team.
I had great times with Joey and his family.
So Lou, what important lesson or lessons, if any, did you learn as an exchange student here?
That's a hard question, but the first of all is be yourself all the time and stay with your heart always open. And if you choose to be right or to be great with your heart, you always choose to be kind, not right. That's like the best lesson I had. If you choose to be kind or to be right, always be kind.
Wonderful.
You're a wise woman.
Yes, yes.
Sounds like the four-way test.
Yes. You're an inspiration to all of us, Lou. Any other questions before we move on? Well, thank you, Lou. Again, great meeting you, and it sounds like we're going to be keeping in touch. So that's very special for us. At our Birmingham Rotary Club, we still pretty much sign off our meetings with a song, Smile. And you're smiling now, and so we'll lead through Bill Roy, and he'll sing Smile, and perhaps you'll remember some of the words. Bill, would you lead us in Smile?
I sure will, but before we do that, Lou said she liked God Bless America. So yes. I think we should sing that first, then we'll sing Smile. Is that good?
Yeah, you spoken like a president-elect.
Very well.
All right.
We'll start it out. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans white with foam. God bless America,
what?
my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home. Now smile. Smile and the world smiles with you, sing a song. Don't be weary, just be cheery all day long. Wherever your trials, your troubles, and your cares seems to be more than you can really bear, smile and the world smiles with you, sing a song. Hey.
Hey.
Well, thank you, Bill. That's that's wonderful. We're glad you have such a great voice. So with that, I want to thank everyone for joining us today. Get out there, connect the world, and I want to especially thank our guests again today, Shirley Bryant, for joining
Thank
us.
you. Thank you.
Dr. Gupta, thank you, sir, for
It's very
and
emotional for me. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you're a good man, and we always enjoy having you as a participant in our meeting, sir.
I must thank to Reagan to get me in, because I always like to go Monday for this, and then we have 1 o'clock, we have a movie for the senior
Okay.
men. I joined the club 5 years back.
We're going to let you get back to your movie, and
Right.
thank you, Lou. And our next meeting will be next Monday, the 15th of June at noon. So, all right, everyone, get out there and enjoy the world, enjoy the weather, take care of one another, and be kind.
Be kind.
Listen to Lou.
All
Be
right.
kind.